I straight out the previous episode, I finally got 2 netherite zombies for 200 hours, and I kind of want a place to store them. So in this episode, I'm just going to build a pretty cool structure, I'm hoping. I've got a few ideas, but before I do anything, I'm going to go into a creative world of this world and think of some ideas. Okay, so I've done a little bit of playing around since the last clip. I'm thinking maybe I'll have this sort of eye on like a skull. I've kind of done like half canine. It's a bit wonky here, but I think it's looking pretty cool so far. But I'm quite confident that this will be a very cool build. And to everyone who says that diorite is bad, you're wrong. Yeah, my chain of thought with this is literally just illegal items, cool treasure room. I don't know, something that just looks cool, and that's way too big. And yeah, I think this is so far living up to that, but yeah, we'll see. Okay, yeah, this is looking a lot better. I will definitely protrude the jaw a lot more, and yeah, as you can see, the effect in the eyes definitely does work. Looks a bit weird from the front, actually. I might need to move it, but it does look nice, and I like that. Okay, I've done a little bit of planning. It looks a bit weird, the skull from above, which I don't really mind. It kind of looks cool, but underneath it, it looks so much better. It really gives a sense of scale. But yeah, I've done a little portal design around it. I'm planning of also doing like a skeleton hand coming around, grabbing this wall and maybe this one, trying to like drag itself out or something. And then the tunnel going down into the area will be like the nether itself, with the rib cage being like the supports. So yeah, it's actually turning out pretty cool so far. And yeah, I did move it to a more suitable location. But yeah, this is what the inside looks like on the way down to the vault area. I've got a little spot predetermined for the 100 hours zombie, because obviously he's, in my opinion, the most important one. And then yeah, I've got the 3 sets of god armor with dragon egg. They might change, I'm not specifically sure. And this room is for like all the other villages. This can be for the second one that I get, and this can be for the third, with like a wall of all the rest of them. I'm not specifically sure how many I'll get, but you can always plan ahead. And then yeah, this pathway can go along further to some other room if I want. Yeah, it's looking good so far. I especially like this part. The only worry is that maybe it like doesn't transition very well, but I don't really mind. It looks pretty cool in my opinion. And yeah, I've made a schematic of it. I didn't really want to do much more because I didn't want to rely on the schematic too much. But yeah, it looks good. Okay, so I'm not sure when this video is going to be uploaded, but this is after I got the 100 beacons and a few of the achievements, so that's why I've got all this stuff in my inventory. But this is where I'm going to be building it. It's a bit of a large project, I'm gonna admit, but it'll be worth it once I'm done. You know, I actually think the most difficult part will be the resource collection, because I need a lot of calcite, and calcite is, it's not like unbelievably rare, but it is annoying. And because obviously you need to get it from just geodes, and that's it. But I need a lot of it. I probably should have gone for a lot of bone blocks in hindsight, but I don't know, it looks good with calcite, and I'm not going to skimp out just because it's too expensive. Well, at least this is going to be the first, at least, big project on this world, and I'm keen. Alright, time to set up a beacon. I'm going to actually mine out the area first, because I'll probably get a few of the resources just from mining this, because I do need a bit of diorite. Alright, time to dig. I'm kind of just have to do a mental note, pretty much, about what's behind all this glass, because most of it, I mean all of it is literally just black terracotta, so it's not like I need to remember much. Oh, this is where it's going to get difficult, I think, because I'm essentially going to have to break blind into the wall and hope I get it right. I mean, I could just mine past what I can see, because most of it's just air anyway. I mean, it doesn't really matter what it looks like behind the walls, right? As long as it looks good in front of them. Okay, I'm actually really excited to do this, like, nether looking part. Or even just the ribcage looking part. Doesn't really look much like a ribcage, but it's the thought that counts, really. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna mine for is definitely gonna be calcite. I can ignore that. And yes, calcite and diorite. They're the two main ones I'll need. I'll also need a bit of polished diorite. Black concrete, that's a surprise. I thought I'd use more black terracotta. But yeah, anyway, these are the main ones I'll need. And yeah, I'll need some shulker boxes to actually store this. I think I've got a couple at the base. Yes. I will need a full shulker box of calcite. But I will also collect pretty much just everything else that's here. I've clearly already looted this. Luckily, this is insta-mineable. This actually might be a lot easier than I was anticipating. Yeah, first geode, that's pretty good. Obviously, there's still more around the place, but all things considered. Alright, time for the next geode. Just saying, I'm only collecting these because I feel like I am going to use them as a building resource in the future. And by building resources, I mean just the tinted glass. I will also use a bunch of tinted glass, but despite that, I think I still have enough crystals just as it is. I actually think I'm only going to need like 3 or 4 geodes for this. I was expecting more like 10. Now for some diorite. I'd like... Yeah, there's plenty everywhere. I was about to say, I'd like to think there's some. But yeah, it's literally everywhere. Actually, I might have some back at the base. Yeah, there's some there. Oh yeah, there's heaps in here. I'll remember that. There's also some in here. Nope. Alright. Yeah, that's definitely a good bonus. Definitely saved a lot of hassle. You know, there's a lot of people that say diorite's really bad and really ugly. Which, by itself, yeah, it's pretty ugly, can confirm. But, it's so good for building, dude. I mean, as long as it suits the style, I mean, the texture looks really nice. Luckily, I don't need too much blackstone. Yeah, even just this should be fine. But I will get a bit extra, just because I don't want to run out. And just like that, I've pretty much built the whole thing. I don't have underneath the skull finished quite yet, but I've got different plans for what I'm going to do for the bottom of this. I've been thinking about it. I won't have enough time to do it in this episode, but I probably will change it from what I initially had. And as you can see by here, I'm also going to do a different type of bridge, because the original one was just a bit weird. And yeah, I've done the entire entrance, block for block. And this section, I'm also not going to do this part, because the original one that I thought, it didn't have much room to, like, there wasn't a way to, like, further develop it or anything. And yeah, so this is pretty much all I've got for now. This right here is for the dragon egg. I've decided I'm actually gonna change this into diamond block, item frame, coral. So that's a lot better. It's not as intrusive, but the dragon egg's still here. I like that. And yeah, the armor stands can just go here. I'll go get the 3 sets of armor right now. Alright. We'll put this one in the center, this one here, and this one here. Looks very underwhelming because they're not netherite, but whatever. And yep, dragon egg, armor. And I won't bring over the second zombie, but I will get the original one because this is probably going to be the most difficult, I guess, room to get it into. I'll quickly set up how I'm going to get all made in first though. And now it's time to try and get this zombie up. I could just use a minecart, but I don't know. I think just walking it will be fun. I will need to be careful that like a skeleton or whatever doesn't shoot it. Alright, up to the surface. You should be fine because you're wearing a helmet. I'll be pretty depressed if he isn't fine. Oh yeah, he's good. While transporting this zombie, that I think definitely works. The beacon doesn't really help me here. But that looks cool. And I was also thinking, what if I put a conduit inside of that thing? Like, obviously keep it inside of a wall or something. Just in its own pool of water. Simply so it has the heartbeat noise. I think that could be pretty cool. The trapdoors are closed. Alright, come on up, buddy. Okay, nice. Actually, I can just straight up remove these. Alright. Looking good. And I can still see him. Check him out. Nearly just hit me there. See, I'm not sure if there's anything that can target zombies that can get in. Hope not. I mean, even if there is, I bet he could kill them easily anyways. Alright, but yeah, that's all the main things I wanted to put in here for this one. Thank you for watching. I will continue this build later on, like this section, the entrance to out here. But yeah, it's a cool build nonetheless. And yeah, thank you for watching.